What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Shaquille O'Neal recently went viral for saying that he doesn't open up to women, okay? I think all of you guys saw that. It was very controversial. People were very, upset about that. They felt like, that some of that was misogynist and things like that. So, your boy, Club Shay Shay, is excellent at getting things. He's known for starting things with what other people say. So when Monique came on to the show, he asked her. I want to play the first part of this clip that was an interview, and we'll come back.
No money, no problem.
What happened?
The clip that continues to spread around the world of when I asked, do you open up emotionally to women? And you said, no, you shouldn't do that or else they'll throw it back in your face. Shannon Sharp brought it up to your good friend Monique, and Monique had this to say.
How do you take advice from a man who has no woman? And I love Shaq. But how do you take advice from my brother that has no one?
I want to now play how Shaq responded to it, and we're going to come back.
She said, I love my baby. I love my brother Shaq. But who do you open up to? So she did disagree with you.
The answer, my beautiful sister, and I love you too, Monique. First of all, let me address this. We can have respectful disagreements without getting personal. And I would never get personal with Miss Monique.
Yeah.
I'll never get personal with a woman. On air, on social media. I love Monique. She knows I love her. But I'm going to address her questions. She used the word pillow talk. I don't pillow talk. She used the word, Shaq doesn't have a woman. Really, Monique? Monique, really? But who do I open up to? Nobody. And let me tell you why. Because my remedy to success is I have sayings. Like, for example, on the way over here, I saw 7 homeless people, bro. Who am I to complain? I flew here private.
So let me just say how I applaud how brother Shaquille O'Neal handled Monique. And again, as I'm getting older, and this is what I believe the black community and how we have these discussions, is we're going to deal with what people are talking about, what their position is. Whether she was saying, well, how can you take advice from somebody who don't have a woman? Now, that was supposed to be somewhat of an insult. Okay. That's like somebody saying, well, how do you drive a car or tell somebody how to drive a car when you don't own it? Well, maybe you just lost your car, or maybe you can't afford a car right now, but that doesn't mean that you don't know how to drive. Shaquille O'Neal was married. So I guess because he's not married anymore, he's not qualified on how to talk about it. Now, this is Monique, who respectfully is married to brother Sidney Hicks. He was a man that agreed to let Monique sleep with other men in their relationship. Think about that. That's the kind of man that she chose at the part of their. And I like brother Sidney Hicks, but that's what he agreed to go with. So should Sidney Hicks be the kind of person to go out and tell men how to be a man in a relationship with a woman when the woman that you got into a relationship with has more power and authority over you? I guess if you can look at it from that position. But Shaquille O'Neal says what? I don't open up to anybody because I see people with more problems, so who am I? His thing didn't have anything to do with women in general. It wasn't a dig at women in general. Plus, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Women really don't like you. And this is not every woman. Let me not classify it as that. Opening up to people, for me, I will do so to a certain level. But now let me just tell you this. A lot of folks like to burden you with their problems. And successful people who are busy, that's who people take their problems to because they feel like successful people have automatic solutions. Nobody really gives a damn about your problems. Want to know who doesn't really care about it for the most part? As a masculine man, women. Women want to see you overcome your problems. Women want to, and they understand that you have problems. They can clearly get it that you have problems. But women want you to be a master of your masculinity and get over it. That's what he's saying. I got my problems. Maybe I can open it up to myself, my father, somebody else, but to women, I mean, because really most women don't even, and let me just tell you this, right? If you're a woman, you have a problem, let's say that's going on, the period issue. Most men cannot deal with that sort of thing. We can empathize that maybe you're in pain, but we don't know what kind of pain. No man knows what cramps or childbirth feels like, right? And the only thing that we try to do is how can we make it better? Usually we cannot. And for some ladies, how you make it better? By getting away from them. I used to have a lady that I was really in love with. She would have migraines and the period. Talk about, like you would have to slide the food underneath the door. I'm talking about rawr, like she was mean for those like 3 or 4 or 5 days. The only thing you want to do is, boo, what do you need me to do? You need me to slide some food under here? What I got to do to help you out? And go back in the other room. That's pretty much it. What you can do is stay away. Most men that have wives or have girlfriends or whatever, or daughters that's of age, we know that this is how sometimes it can be. It can be a very unpleasant experience. So the reality is that, a lot of men that come from the old school, they don't really like the whole idea of complaining to people. And Shaq was raised by an old school kind of guy. That really doesn't have anything to do with women. But now here we have a woman saying that, well, he's not qualified because he ain't got a woman. Well, you got a man that would allow you to have sex with other men anytime you want it. Is like, could we say that? And nobody's perfect here, but the thing I like is the respectful dialogue. Here's what we can do in black conversations. And I have a pro-black channel I deal with. And do you want to know what I deal with on that channel? A lot of times I see brothers and sisters on there talking. So many brothers and sisters want to attack a person instead of dealing with the position, which is kind of what Monique did, which was make it about him. Now, what he didn't do, and I'm gonna be honest, this is why a lot of black men and black women suffer in these sorts of conversations, because it's about the person. Well, how's she gonna be able to say that? That, just like I just use it, right? Well, he could say that about you. He dealt with what she's talking about out of respect and out of love. That's it. There's more than one way to be right about something. Some people have relationships and people don't open up. Some people don't, and whatever. But I like how he did it. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again with the episode of Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you just heard, Bill. We're out.